and depending on our analysis of the record, that you also try to perfect your appeal, because if you're successful, then that would, first of all, defeat their appeal because they would not be entitled to attorney's fees. You would potentially be entitled. I would have to read the clause. But secondly, generally for these appeals, it can be expensive. It would, potentially cost, upwards of $50,000 to get through the whole process, or it could be more or less, depending on the complexity of the issues and the arguments that we need to raise. So I think Devin would handle whether we would require some upfront retainer, but we'd be happy to work with you. Obviously with whatever your financial needs are, but our rates are, generally what they are. So my rate is $600 an hour. So these appeals can take, 100 hours, which can be significant, especially if you're opposing their appeal and bringing your own appeal. But, we would be definitely conscious of your concerns regarding cost and try to keep it, as efficient as possible. And we could take it step by step and go through certain phases to do our analysis first and let you know how strong we feel about the success of your appeal and whether, we think it's worth. Obviously, I think if you have any chance of success of recovering the $3 million, it's a worthwhile endeavor to spend $50,000. But you also will need to spend that money anyway to oppose their appeal, because if they win, they're going to try to get a judgment against you for $100,000 or more based on their attorney's fees. Just knowing Herrick Feinstein, the firm that's on the other side, they're going to have a substantial attorney's fees that they're going to try to recover against you if they're successful on that argument.
So we're playing hardball here.
Has anyone? Yeah, your claims have already been dismissed, but was there ever any discussion of settling this with them? Was there any? Did they make any sort of offer? It's hard now that the claims have been dismissed, but if we think we have a strong case on appeal, we could reach out to their counsel and see if there's any resolution or settlement to be had here. But it's because there's such a large amount at issue, they might be willing to have some discussion about paying you some amount of money to avoid the possibility that you recover the whole amount.
And also, I just want to echo one other thing is that part of the reason too, if we're successful on appeal, and this has to go back to trial and through discovery, they may be we may recapture leverage here, where they may be willing to settle and pay some or all of this back to you without having to spend more money litigating this whole thing out too. So there's the other.
Yeah, I would definitely agree if we're successful that we would try to settle it after that point too. Has there been any discussions about that up to this point, or
no? My guys have basically sort of ducked and weaved since they were kicked back, saying, "Look, there's no reason for them to want to settle. You don't have any pressure, Okay, look, these guys are in this game to make money, and it doesn't hurt them to be out there pushing this deal. I don't think it's very expensive for them. I think it's it's an asset for them.
Yeah.
and they're going to defend their asset. And frankly, I think the money's certainly it's not in the same account. There's no pressure on them to keep it in there. They'll move it around. But so I don't know. I need guys who are willing to fight for this. And there's a question of what do they call it? How much do you like gin and tonics? How much do you like it? Are you into it? So that's something that you can think about, and you can respond to me. I will discuss this with my team here, with my son anyway, and see.
Yeah, let's set up a call next week, and we'd be happy to go over this with them. I mean, if you wanted to, after we talk to them, we can preliminarily start looking at things over the next, there is some time here, so we could take our time and look at this and let you know how strongly we feel about, whether you would succeed. And if you did engage us, I think one of the first, if we do, once we did that analysis and we do feel like we have any strong points to make, then I would want to reach out to them and at least gauge whether because they're going to have to spend another $50,000 or $100,000 on their appeal or your appeal also. So they might want to, even though the claimants have been dismissed, if they know that you've brought on Rosenberg and Estes to handle the appeal, they might want to get rid of their risk and just settle this for some amount that doesn't require them to continue spending attorney's fees on this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk next week, and that's if you could just you would I guess let's talk about what follow-up piece of paper you'll send me. What confirming this conversation, or would you like me to do that? I just like to.
Oh, that's. What do you? I'm not sure what you're.
I don't know. I'm a multitasker. I have so many things going on here, as probably wasting my time. I just like to have something that reminds me of the key points, or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe just a conversation next time, because I can recap and bring my son in.
Yeah, we could go over all these exact same points with your son on board. It's pretty straightforward. It'll be the
same conversation.
Okay.
Yeah,
and if they have questions, we could answer any of their questions. And
okay, let's talk it next week. I got you.
Perfect. So I'll send you an email to see if we can schedule some sort of time to do
Thank
that.
you. Could you just repeat your name again? I didn't get your name.
My name is Ethan Cohen.
Ethan Cohen. Okay, good.
ETHANCOHEN. Yep.
I've got Cohens all over the place here.
Yeah.
It means teacher or El Cohen, which
You got it.
okay, it's the chief rabbi. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
Peace.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah. Peace. Thank you.
Bye.